Hey, it's Triple Threat Podcast. I'm Will Vaughn in Vancouver. I'm with Matt and Alex in Halifax, and here comes the music. All right, we're back.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, thanks to
Don't
everybody
don't forget to pitch to the music. Done.
Done.
I just had to do it in case I forget to do it, so I just did it immediately.
I'm a pro, baby. I'm a professional.
Okay.
Coming at you from the home of the 102nd Grey Cup, and congratulations to the for their victory.
The Grey Cup was yesterday?
It was it was yesterday. Pull my string.
Or Sunday if you listen to any other day of the week, which is very plausible. In fact,
it was
most
Sunday.
Of you probably do listen to any other day.
Okay, whatever. But everybody listens to this on Monday. It was Sunday, November 30th, the Grey Cup here, and speaking as a guy whose city is hosting it twice in 3 years.
I didn't know you possessed a city.
In my city, I am
my
the
city.
You
I'm
not
the mayor. I'm the owner.
It's like problems with possession. I could say the Patriots are like us. I say us in relation to the Patriots. You're like, oh, you're not on the team, Matt.
Good game yesterday, maybe. Yeah, I do eyes and weeds all the time. Well, not eyes because I'm not on the team. But I'm like, we had a really good game yesterday.
Yeah, that's
I sat down. We did good, guys. We did good. Congratulations to everyone. Let's not point out who did what, but we all did a good job.
Okay, so Will, the city in which I inhabit.
Yeah. Sorry. What does Grey Cup Fever
wish
look
inhabits
like
me.
I don't know
Grey
why.
Cup Fever looked like a lot of.
It looked like Ebola. Grey Cup Fever and Ebola are the same thing.
What's funny is this is actually the coldest weekend we've had so far this season.
It's 14 degrees.
No, it's minus something. It's probably
wow.
It is
How
funny.
Do you live?
We have all these people from Edmonton and Saskatchewan and
Alberta,
Calgary, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and Calgary, and some people from Winnipeg. So obviously the prairies, very flat, very cold, very lifeless, very horrible places to live.
Hey now,
if you live there.
Hey now.
So
I'm not as offended as I used to be, but hey now.
Yeah, it's negative single digits.
Yeah, but like some people are born there, and you went there by choice. Like that's
true.
I mean,
but you left there by choice.
I was drawn there.
Stoof.
That was
by your wife. Ugh. I hope she doesn't listen to this. That was not direct.
So are we gonna? So I think we talked earlier this week. We talked earlier this week about how we're gonna do 36 hours on the Star Wars teaser trailer.
Yeah,
we're going to.
I want to talk about too. What happened the other day? I can't remember. Go ahead.
That's fine.
I just hate when I think of something. I'm like, oh, we should talk about that on the podcast, and then I like see a butterfly, and I'm like, oh, where are my shoes? And I'm just like, I don't know what. I don't know. My master
made me this color so that I might talk squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. We should talk about that on the.
That's why you make a little note, Alex. You just write it down if you want to talk about it. You just make a little note. Just write it down. Yes, the teaser for the new Star Wars trailer came out.
That's good.
Now, first of all,
Jurassic World, so we can probably talk about both of them.
Oh, okay.
And Jurassic World, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's trailers. You can just, what I will say is a friend of mine posted a Star Wars trailer link the night before it was supposed to come out. And obviously this was a fan. I called it a fake. The Star Wars Twitter account was more politically correct when they were like, it was a fan-made trailer. But I'm like, this is a fake. It's a phony. Because I was watching this quote-unquote fan-made trailer, and I was like, this is kind of bad. I hope this isn't the one. And thankfully it wasn't the one. Because this trailer had a stormtrooper with a lightsaber and had like a bunch of Jedis back-to-back with their red and green lightsabers out, which felt very prequel trilogy to me.
Yeah.
It had the Millennium Falcon zipping about and this voiceover of Han Solo being like, any room left for an old war horse here? And so I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb. And yeah, lo and behold, it was fan made.
Yeah,
and the actual teaser that came out was really cool. This is just a quick series of a couple of out of context shots. A shot of this quote unquote new lightsaber that we have that not only has a bit of a little, I guess I call it a hilt or a crossbar, as some people would say, but if you take cross guard, sorry, yeah, it's not hockey, obviously. But if you take a look at it, it actually looks like it's the beam looks different
Right.
if you kind of analyze it, and it sounds different too. So obviously this.
So yeah, clearly
this lightsaber is made
you've
from
done
like different
way
stuff.
more analysis than I've done it. If you can tell, the beam is it like it's slightly different shading.
It's a lot more
and
crackly. Like it
noise.
doesn't
It's
look.
crackly, yeah.
The old
It's
lightsabers
rougher.
are very they're very smooth, very
So maybe this is like more hewn together from whatever you call them. But I think the internet. Apparently, the reaction isn't that good for the lightsaber. I kind of don't care what the reaction is. Really, I'm
Yeah, are we talking about the specific like cross one?
I'm a man. I'm 30.
You are a man. You are 30. Those are both
But
statements that
those
are
are
true.
But here's the thing. So we see this lightsaber. What we haven't seen it do is anything. We haven't seen it slash anything, fight anything. So let's reserve our lightsaber judgment.
Well, let's talk about this for a second, which is
before we see what it can do.
What is the point
of being
Just
mad about a lightsaber?
No, just about life in general. No,
Wow, the
no, but
existential
that's
podcast. Oh
the
yeah.
universe is indifferent. No,
That's
the whole thing. I think the thing just cut out, so I'm just going to talk over it for a second.
Yeah, that's
We
fine.
did.
Go
Yeah, okay.
Don't
what's
go
what's
beyond us.
literally the point of the two small beams on the side? Are those
Excellent
hand warmers?
question.
Like if you're outside, it just keeps your hand warm. If you're like if you're I don't know holding
If it's
something,
if
you're walking down the street.
anybody-
You're like my hands are normally in my pockets and they're not. Now my hand's cold.
No, if someone's slashing down, it'll catch the lightsaber before it cuts
But it
his hand
won't
off.
because there's it doesn't extend all the way to the
It's a hand
actual
warmer.
handle of the lightsaber. It sticks out and then there's things coming out of it.
Are they like, oh, Luke? Like that's Luke's son. He's like, oh, remember that one time my dad got his hand cut off? Maybe if I just put these little beams here,
I think it works. It works.
I'll be good.
It still works as a guard. Is what it's for. I think. And here's the
I think
point.
it's a hand warmer.
But here's the point.
That's my
and
theory.
The guy or girl is in the snow when they activate it, so that makes sense.
Could be a hand warmer.
But here's the thing, and this is
hand warmer.
again why people shouldn't overreact.
Warm
is
your hands.
We haven't seen it do anything, so we don't even know the purpose of the little dealies. So we'll have to wait and see.
let's run through this. Let's run through the trailer a little bit. Maybe.
So the first shot
is a
I'm
young
like-
man.
is a well. It's funny because I'm watching him. It's like you see, it's like
like Tatooine, it looks
or
like.
whatever, and I'm just watching like all like leaned in, and then dude like jumps up on the screen. I actually like jumped a bit. I was
It's
just like,
kind of scary. Yeah.
It's funny. It does
Such
start
a
with
dork.
with a bit of a jump scare, and also it's got that Return of the Jedi Jabba's pit, right? Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit. Yeah.
What?
That's the he's not okay. He's not at the Sarlacc pit. That's the song they're playing.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
For a second, I was like, "What are you telling me right now?"
Well, that's cool to see too. It's like, oh, the first shot is a friggin' stormtrooper without his helmet on.
or
I
it could
think.
be a guy in a stormtrooper costume, but I think it is
Oh.
right
It's important to point out that
Luke and Han dressed up as
Yeah, now I'm just questioning everything, every decision I made. Right?
So
All right.
the
All right.
so he
It's
pops
fine.
up, and I think it's telling that like it seems very intentional with the teaser trailer. That, like, do we see Luke? Do we see Leia? Do we see Han? No, we see
No, that
people
was
we've
great.
never ever seen before.
We
People
don't
we've
see
never
any
seen.
of the. We don't see Chewie, 3PO, R2.
Dude from Attack the Block and the rest.
Just that guy seems seemingly stranded on Tatooine with nothing around him.
He's totally not a stormtrooper. I'm such an idiot for thinking
He might
that.
be.
But we don't know. That's
He could be a deserter.
He could be a
I don't know. That's the
stormtrooper.
fun
Yeah,
part.
exactly. This is after the Empire. So the Empire is done.
We don't know
it's
that.
splintered. He
Okay.
could have been.
Hold
he
on.
could
Maybe
have
he's
been
waking up
stationed
after a Halloween costume wearing his ironic stormtrooper, and he's just like
Doing the walk of
Where are my
shame.
keys?
Sarlacc?
Where are my
What did I
keys?
do last
Where are my
night?
doing the walk of shame on Tatooine. It's like,
Okay,
oh man.
what's okay?
So hot.
There's nothing to suggest the like. If anything, it's everything suggests the Empire still exists because there's stormtroopers. We see stormtroopers. We see guns. We see TIE fighters.
Yeah, that's true.
There's nothing. Everything suggests the Empire, to some extent, still exists, and the rebellion.
Yeah, because
rebellion still exists.
look, you're talking to a guy who read a bunch of expanded universe books.
Which
So
you can throw out now.
And you are
yeah,
not.
apparently I'm looking at them right now. Apparently they just don't.
They don't matter.
They don't exist. But the whole expanded universe was about how the Empire, it does still exist. You know, just because a Death Star exploded and the Emperor and Vader are on there, so that portion of it, like it's like the White House. This is a bad example. It's like the White House explodes and the president's dead, but you know the government still kind of exists. You just kind of make it work.
Vice President, Secretary of Agriculture maybe gets bumped up if the Vice President dies. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, because the Vice President doesn't live in the White House, does he?
No, he doesn't. That'd be awkward.
No,
He'd be roommates
lives
with
in-
Barack.
No, he lives in Delaware.
Hello, I'm in Delaware.
That's a song.
Okay, so the second thing we see
from Waynesville, but yeah, the Empire. Sure, the Empire can exist in a certain form. So the second thing we see, we're still in Tatooine, if I'm correct.
Now, here's a fun. Okay, sorry, real quick. The funny thing is, I saw. Of course, I went online and I was like, "What are people saying about this? What's the analysis?" Like, just ignore all the.
See, and I tried
curious.
not to, but yeah, sure.
Well, there's no answers there, so it's fine. But people are like, "Oh, well, apparently it's supposed to not be Tatooine." It's like, well, no, you can't make a Star Wars movie. You can't show that. You can't do everything they did in that trailer and be like, "Well, it's actually a different planet." It doesn't even make any sense. Even
it's possible, but I agree, Matt. I don't know why. I mean, we don't see the dual suns or any sun for that matter, but I don't see a point of it not being on Tatooine.
It'd be like if you made Ocean's like 14 and it's like, oh, here it is, here's the trailer, and people are like, I think it takes place in Reno this year. I think it's in Reno, Nevada instead. It's like, well, no, why would that happen? It's Atlantic City, exactly.
Takes place in Atlantic City.
Okay.
Actually, Dubai, that'd be a good spot for it.
Hey, okay. I think let's
turn
the podcast off right now. Let's make something.
Right. Let's pitch to Maddie. Let's pitch to Damon.
I just why is Matt Damon the first guy you pitched to for Ocean's 14?
Because he's got an Oscar for
he's
writing.
Not the lead, though. I mean,
he's writing it. We're not even writing it. We're just like, hey, dude, Ocean's 14, and you're like, go.
One word, Dubai.
Do with it what you will.
Danny
but
Ocean,
all I
Dubai.
Have.
Just do what you will.
Brad Pitt eating things, but he doesn't like them because it's like
Brad Pitt always eats things. I watch Moneyball. He's just always eating,
and he's so thin.
Anything. He's just always. There's like a site that's like Brad Pitt eating food, and it's just like that.
It's usually apples and stuff, though. It's very healthy when he eats on.
I don't know. He's just
lollipops and stuff too. Chew.
That's
true.
Anyway, back to Star Wars.
Second thing we see, correct me if I'm wrong, is a little beebly bobbly droid who is a sphere droid. I guess.
I will correct you. It's not a beebly bobbly droid.
It's a bloopity bleepity droid.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Will, for.
It's a bloopity bleepity. So we have like a new astromech droid, which is cool. I like him. He's bipping around. He's kind of cute. He's bipping around. He could be our little comic relief robot or something, you know? I mean, it is done by bad robots, so.
But like, there's been a lot of discussion about like who are these characters? Like, are they sons or daughters of Luke and Leia? Like, is that robot the son or daughter of R2D2?
Everyone just calm down. First of all, not possible.
R2
Matt, let me tell you about how babies are made.
Tell me how droid babies are made. That's what I'm curious about.
By Anakin, I think. Dude straight up just built 3PO. I don't know.
Stupid.
That was a bad origin story for 3PO.
Oh, it was the worst.
I built a droid.
Just have
some
him
moron kid made it. And then he never mentioned it ever.
Yeah.
By the way, I was made by a 7-year-old kid.
Yeah.
We had his memory wiped.
And I was naked when I was made.
Touche.
He did have his memory wiped at the end of episode 3, but still. Hopefully they'll wipe his memory at the end of Return of the Jedi. 3PO, thanks for helping us.
Depressing.
Thanks for helping us befriend the Ewoks. Now, Chewie, get his memory wiped. And that's it.
Little bibbidi bobbidi droid.
Bibbidi bobbidi droid. So maybe R2 and 3PO adopted him or something.
Well,
Thank you, Matt, for just keeping us on task at all times.
That's okay. I'm not being bad about it.
He's sitting in front of a storyboard.
I'm just brutal.
I don't even have these in front of me. And then, is the next one we see a couple shots of stormtroopers with slightly different masks.
Yeah, coming off a carrier of some kind. They have new blasters with lights on them.
And they're kind of they're dropping down. It's not clear what. It's not clear where they are.
No, that's why it's a teaser trailer.
That's why it's a teaser trailer. It's very true.
Yeah, unclear where they are, what they're doing, which is cool. We're not even sure if they're stormtroopers or whatever they're called. I mean, obviously they are, but we're not sure what their affiliation is because, maybe some guys defected to the good side. Who knows? But they do look pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. And then is the next one the girl on the speeder?
Yes.
Or what appears to be like
I think it's a salvaged. I think it looks like a salvaged rocket that just kind of fell. Because I know the idea for the pod racers where they took basically spaceship parts, like spaceship engines, and just kind of put a cockpit on it with hoses, and then put a little power coupling in there, and just rocking around in these spaceship, dealies on the ground. So. That could be. This is some kind of speeder. I think it's like a fallen rocket that maybe she repurposed to kind of zip around on. Now, and she looks like she could be Han and Leia's kid.
Actually, yeah, she definitely could be. Sorry, there's one thing I forgot about it because the trailer starts off obviously with Boyega like popping out there. There's also there's narration as well.
It was which actually SNL's own Taron Killam on Twitter mentioned that it could be Circus.
Yes, that's
it. Kind of sounds like.
The first thought, what people were like, "Is that Benedict Cumberbatch?" And at first, I was like, "That would be amazing."
I think that for everything, though, it doesn't matter what. I'm like, "Is that dude who served me at the restaurant? Was that Benedict Cumberbatch?"
It's like, yeah, sure it was. He's in Halifax serving people at restaurants.
I love Benedict Cumberbatch. He's good at things.
New pod.
So we go from the salvage spaceship thing to Llewyn Davis in an X-wing with a Rebel Alliance helmet on.
Is it?
That's Oscar Isaac or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Oh, I have Oscar Isaac,
and it's Llewyn Davis.
I said that.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't. Did I call him Inside Llewyn Davis?
No. Some people call it. People are like, I want to see that Llewellyn Davis. I'm like, that's a different.
I was going to ask. I actually didn't know who that actor was.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac. He's awesome.
Oscar Isaac.
Okay.
Recently, possibly cast as Apocalypse in the next X-Men movie.
Well, and currently cast as whoever he is in the Star Wars movie.
Right.
So he's in the obviously the X-wings.
Furry thing, man.
The X-wings look the same. They do look a lot older, which is cool. And he's got a different sort of helmet, but it still has the Rebel Alliance insignia on it. And the X-wings flying over the water was really cool, very artsy looking shot. And the CG looked really nice on it.
X-wing at aliciousness.
X-wing at aliciousness.
Now,
I mean, your face causing defenders much stress.
We haven't seen a lot of, like, yes, in the prequels you saw water planets, but otherwise, like, we haven't seen a lot of planets where, like, oh, they're flying over water. It's just like snow ice. That's kind of cool. I like that.
It was a really cool shot, and it's just cool to see the X-Wings kind of flying in a formation. And, yeah, they look old. They look like, because it's been a long time. I think the idea is that it's set – well, because Han and Luke and Leia are their age now. So it's set between – like 30 years after Return of the Jedi, right?
Right.
And there's been an awakening. Okay, never mind. Because this says the narration, so it all makes sense.
No.
But the X-Wings
in the Force.
And that was like a really cool shot of them flying over the water. And then the next shot is the dude in the woods?
Yeah, dude in the wood. In what appears to be like a cold, like we haven't seen a cold wooded woods. I mean, this is overanalyzed.
No, you haven't.
But I mean, we're also overanalyzing a teaser trailer, and I think that's okay. But yeah, nice. So he's in the woods.
So I was like, there was Thatchers.
So he's in the woods. He's lighting his lightsaber. I didn't see why. Maybe he's a lumberjack, and maybe that's just
one of the coolest parts to me because he's reacting right away.
Yeah, but
he's kind of jogging through, and just the way he or she ignites it too is also awesome.
And
that's really cool. So we don't know, but it looks like it could be a cool like dark snow battle or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
Episode 2, one of the only cool things in it was that lightsaber battle that was lit only by the lightsabers themselves, which must have been pretty hard considering they were all CGI afterwards. But.
Which was cool, but my problem is that the lightsabers never cast light on anybody's faces before because they always do it in post. So that was a neat part where they're kind of swinging around, and it's like flying over Hayden Christensen's face. But yeah, it never casts a light on anybody's face.
I don't know. You have like your
Darth Vader has like
4s and 5s and 6s, and then you have like. But if you're like, oh, I wonder if my lightsaber could also double as a flashlight, that would be nice. Maybe next batch, like get them to cast some light. They just make it, and it's not done. They got hand warmers now. They got dual-sided lightsabers. Could be, I don't know.
Actually, maybe that lightsaber that
the dual-sided lightsaber was in episode 1 and never seen. Yeah, sorry.
Because Ray Park's the only guy.
Why would you not still have it in like Empire Strikes Back or like anything like that? It's just
well, in this trilogy, well, obviously in Empire and Jedi and the first Star Wars,
this is a sequel though, so they can do whatever they want and it will make sense.
Yeah.
Stuff changed. Whereas, like, episode 1, you're just like, okay, why is everything more advanced now? Confused.
Yeah, now everything's gonna have to look crappier again.
Yeah.
I think the idea between the prequel and this trilogy is that in the prequels, it's the Republic, everything's nice and shiny and everything's going well. And then in this middle trilogy, the Empire has control of the world and everything's like kind of derelict and run down, and it's rough because it's being run by bad guys. That's kind of how I see it. It's run by an emperor instead of a republic. So that's their excuse for making everything dirty and run down and naughty looking, because it's just this ragtag alliance fighting an empire. Instead of in the prequels, everything's nice and shiny because it's Republic, which has money, and then a rebellion that doesn't. So maybe this is a return to the dirty aesthetic.
Yeah, quite possibly.
My opinion, but it kind of looks like it. Except the cleanest thing in the whole trailer are those stormtroopers.
Yeah, they do look.
And I guess that little ball droid.
Little ball droid.
Yeah, they look
probably
crisp.
Pretty dusty, I'd imagine. And then right after that, we get a big musical sting. We see the Millennium Falcon.
The Falcon.
The Millennium Falcon, which I didn't notice until somebody pointed out. Remember, in Return of the Jedi, the satellite dish pops off on the way out of the Death Star. They replaced it with the rectangular one.
Really? I didn't notice that.
If you watch and you look, they replaced it, which is kind of amazing. The idea that they're like, well, gotta fix the Millennium Falcon now, because you watch Return of the Jedi, it's the end, you're like, I guess that's over. It's like, yeah, but 30 years went by. Han had to get something figured out. That's his ride.
I wonder if Lando is going to show up, because Billy Dee Williams, he's still alive. That's still the only role he's really known for, apart from being Harvey Dent. Instead of being Harvey Dent in the first Batman movie. Actually, the first two, right? Was he in Returns?
I don't believe he's in Returns.
How sure is anybody that he's in Batman Returns?
I just said it with a lot of confidence.
But
that he is?
I have no idea.
He's definitely not in that movie.
Okay, fine. It's Christopher Walken. Whatever.
How is he not in that movie?
As Max Shrek.
I just have one question.
Yeah.
How am I not in that movie? Get everything I love.
It's got everything. Hot meals served daily. First of all, it exists. And Nick Cage is not in the Force Awakens trailer, which is really too bad. But and also the teaser itself sort of explains the title, which is why obviously I reserve judgment on the title, because it's like, well, we don't know. Oh yeah, and because we don't know what it means yet. Other thing we should mention, and you did mention it before, is that the Millennium Falcon is zipping around on presumably Tatooine. And it comes, kind of does this really cool swoop, and the perspective changes, and up is down, down is up, and then a bunch of TIE fighters fly at it, which is like, whoa, what a way to end that trailer. That was so cool.
Yeah, it looks a lot different than other Star Wars movies we've seen. There is a bit of lens flare when we see the Millennium Falcon as well, which is classic.
Well, there better be lens flares.
Classic J.J. Abrams.
There's a little bit, but the other thing I noticed too is it didn't look or really feel like the Star Trek movies, which is good. And I think JJ probably is making it.
I think it's a little similar,
kind of,
because there's a little bit. They don't have the snap zooms of the first Star Trek movie, but maybe they do. Because I mean, the flipping around like that reminded me of it a bit, but not in a negative way. It's kind of cool.
I thought Spock being in it was kind of.
But I think
it's a bit. It's a bit much.
Yeah, I think JJ is going to kind of make an effort to make him not look or seem alike.
Yeah,
because considering he's in charge of both of them.
Yeah, Charles in charge.
How good are you at life? Where just like, you rebooted Star Trek and Star Wars.
What's funny is that yesterday, me and Ian watched a movie that I had on my
at life.
I should say, Ian and I watched a trailer. We watched a movie I had on my shelf for a long time called Comic Book the Movie, which is a movie that Mark Hamill made in 2000. He made it in 2002. And it just stars him and a bunch of voice actors at Comic-Con in San Diego. And they actually shot it at Comic-Con in San Diego. And they're just like, it's a really cool commentary on comic books and, what movie studios do to them. Kind of like Jay and Bob Strike Back, but this one he's getting a comic book that he likes is getting a movie treatment, and it's this comic called Commander Courage, and it's a very Captain America type character from like the 40s, and he's had a gritty comic book reboot, and he's become Codename Courage, and instead of fighting Nazis, he fights terrorists. and they're trying to make like a new movie about it. But throughout this comic book, the movie, it's like a Christopher Guest mockumentary style, and it's just shot on a Canon XLS1, so it's very cheaply shot, but it's Hamill geeking out about comics, and I did not know he was such a big comic fan. But throughout it all, he talks to Kevin Smith, and they do talking head interviews with like Stan Lee, and at one point he's talking to J.J. Abrams. And Ian and I are watching this kind of like, that's amazing that he's talking to J.J. Abrams. And, years later, J.J. is directing him in a new Star Wars movie. That's just really kind of funny to me how those things come. I can't say full circle, but they, in a way they kind of do.
They arc at least. There's some sort of circular shape to them.
Time's a flat circle. Yeah, it's, I thought that was. Okay, so you saw that now?
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about this.
Saw what?
Alex,
did you see
Interstellar?
Harrelson
on? Oh, not Interstellar. I was saying Interstellar.
Oh, we have to. Can we spoil Interstellar though, Matt? Because and you've seen it.
I've seen it. Are we just going to talk about how?
So I just got to tell. I got to tell a story if you don't mind. But when we're done with Star Wars,
before we get on that story,
we got to finish our thing. But yeah,
it's better not be about what I think it is. Alex.
Yeah, it is. I'm just telling you what happened to me, Matt. Don't get mad at me.
He does have a rectangular thing.
Yeah, it's got a rectangular dish.
Oh, that's really cool.
Dish.
Yeah. What kind of challenge you get with that dish, hey? Hey, Han? It's a funny joke. No, but Alex, did you see the Harrelson SNL yet?
Oh, that was good.
Yes.
Apples,
okay, so that's okay.
Oh, my God.
Nope, that's wrong.
The old farts and young tarts. No, that's not what it's called.
Yeah,
what's it called?
Young tarts and old farts. Hilarious.
Yeah, that's
young
what
tarts
it is.
and old farts.
Yeah.
I love it.
Anything that brings back Vanessa Bayer's Miley Cyrus is completely okay with me.
Oh my God!
It's like I'm the old fart because I'm like 22, and Lord is like that sounds like nothing like it. But it doesn't matter.
Anyway, the Harrelson
and that is amazing.
And the football sketch is really funny, too, if you're a football fan. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Can you remind me?
It's just they talk about
sketch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I don't like Keenan that much, and then he'll just, like, destroy it in a sketch like he did, and I'm just like, that guy's so funny. Like, there's a really introspective article on Keenan where it's just like, we just put in the script, like, Keenan reacts, and then that's it. Like, he's such
he's such a cut-to guy.
It's just a key piece that they're just like, yeah. And his wife's from Nova Scotia.
No, she's not. Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. There was like a thing in the Herald. He was at, this was probably like a year ago. Or sorry, her family's from Nova Scotia or something. But he was visiting here and he was at Amano. Not Amano. Yeah, Amano, like 5 times.
What?
Yeah.
I would love to see Kenan Thompson so much. That would be incredible.
Yeah. But like Keegan-Michael Key's wife is from Nova Scotia too.
Right.
Because I was talking to him, the man, and we're good friends. He calls me. Oh wait, that might be him right now. So, Alex, what happened to you the other day?
Oh gosh.
So I was at.
So spoilers for Interstellar, yes.
So this is going to contain spoilers for Interstellar. So if you haven't seen Interstellar, like I haven't,
it's like a casting spoiler, right?
You still haven't seen it, Alex?
I still haven't seen it.
What? I think I've seen it this week. Okay,
just get off my back, Jack.
Get off my back, Jack.
Oh man.
So I'm at a bar in Halifax called Stillwell, where a friend Matt McIntyre goes or works, and we got to go there when you're home for Christmas time. So
absolutely,
we'll go there because I think we tried to go there last year, and it snowed too much or closed or something. It was like some 23rd.
Yeah, I remember. I remember hearing about this place. Like it was like the hottest place in town. And it's got like a bunch of really good like craft beers on tap, and then I found out Matt worked there, and I thought that was a brilliant marriage of sorts, because Matt, and I say this with respect, he's an alcohol snob, and it's the perfect place for him to work, and he'll admit that himself too.
Being an alcohol snob is, people who aren't alcohol snobs are just called alcoholics. So I think being an alcohol snob is okay.
Well, people who aren't alcohol snobs are just called people who enjoy a drink from time to time. Well, I have not enjoyed a drink, by the way, in 30 days. So there you go.
Oh, good.
I have
December 1st right now, and I'm having
30 minutes.
Having a Tom Collins while we record this. Numbers. Anyway, so you're at Stillwell
So I'm at Stillwell with my buddy Derek because Friday nights we're just like go have drinks at Derek's house and we're like, all right, we'll hit up Stillwell, have a couple beers, and then we'll go home. So like I don't like clubs, but I like frequenting establishments that serve alcohol.
Taverns.
So we're there and just talking like really loud about McConaughey and Interstellar, and these girls are beside us, and I can like see them. Like paying attention to us, but like out of the corner of my eye, I'm just like, I don't know, whatever. And then like we're talking, and the girl just jumps in. She's like, I'm so sorry, but we can't help but overhear you. And it's like, yeah, I'm talking very loud. And she's like,
you've had a couple beers.
She's like, it's not that good. Like, I'm sorry to like do something about Interstellar. It's not that good. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know, blah 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 blah. Like, I can't remember what she said, but she was just just completely jumped in. So we start talking to these girls. And then, so spoilers for Interstellar. I'm saying it one last time, and so then we're talking, and they're like, "Yeah." And then Matt Damon. I'm just like, "You mean Matt McConaughey?" And they're like, "No, Matt Damon's in it." I was like, I blacked out. I was like, "Matt Damon's in Interstellar," and they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, why did you do that to me?" Like the saddest I've ever. Like they didn't understand how awful that was. Like, I'm just like, you don't know what you just did to me. It's like made me so sad, and I've never.
Such an impact too. If you
I text it. And I don't know anything about it, but they're like, yeah, he's in it for I don't know, whatever. I've never heard a person be so loud and angry as when I told Matt Vaughn this story last week. Like I was kind of over it, and Matt was just like, no. What? Yeah. Like the angriest and loudest I've ever heard a person was telling him that story.
So let me clarify a little bit. So I'm getting ready to watch Interstellar a few weeks out, and I've done a good job not paying any attention to any, like not listening or. Like,
I'm so good at not paying attention,
not reading anything about it, and I tried really hard. And then a couple weeks ago on Twitter, I just see someone like favorited a thing that was just like, oh, look at this person was really rude to me on Facebook. It was like a movie critic or something like that. I was like, what did this person say to make this person so upset? And it was this person on their Facebook page being like, "Oh, you're such a like using a lot of horrible language." But then in that comment, for no reason at all, that person who was being really rude also just mentions that Matt Damon is in Interstellar. So I'm like, wait,
But you want to be like, oh, you mean McConaughey?
But I couldn't even then because I was listening to a movie podcast, and it was they were doing a review of it, and they just mentioned they were just like, yeah, also there's a cameo by an A-list star in this movie that I won't say anything about. I was like, that's kind of interesting. I'm not going to be bummed when I hear it wasn't enough to spoil it for me.
That's exactly how you say it. That's exactly how you say it. There's also a cameo by a very famous person. I'm surprised they managed to keep this a surprise, so watch out for that. You know?
So when Alex told, I'm watching the movie and I'm like, this is spoiled for me, but I watch it with my wife. I'm not going to tell her. I'm going to do the thing where he shows up and then I elbow her a couple times. Like, look at that. Isn't that so cool? You didn't even know he was in this movie. But then I heard Alex's story and
really watch.
But Alex is gonna go see this, and I know he hasn't. And I'm excited for it, and he tells me the story, and I'm just so mad because it was ruined for me.
Coming when I'm telling the story. I'm like, so is that a burr? And Matt's like, no. And I was talking to these girlfriends, no. And then I tell him, he's like, no. Like so angry on my behalf.
It was my con moment. I was really bummed about that.
Yeah. And then didn't understand for the rest of the night why it was so upsetting to me.
Yeah.
Then I feel like a loser. Or I'm just like, no.
Well, did you go in fresh for that?
No.
I went in. That's why I wanted to watch it right away.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch it right away because it was like I feel like people are like. It looks like this movie's going to have a very weird either twist or plot or something's going to happen. It's obviously not going to be a straightforward. We're just going out to the edges of the galaxy and
now watch
bring it back.
I haven't seen it. I know things that happen in it, but I haven't seen it. So
I went into it fresh and. I was very happy I did because when
I'm angry again because of this. Just telling the story made me upset.
Me too.
Because when the cameo or when he pops up, it's like, oh wow. And anyway, that's really all we have to say about that. And yeah.
So welcome back.
Still
turn off the podcast.
Yeah, well, you had no idea when to jump back again.
Spoilers, but I'll time stamp it.
Time stamp it?
Anyway,
okay.
So welcome back from the spoilers. Matt Damon's in Interstellar, if you didn't know.
Yeah, Alex.
And I didn't, and now I do, and I didn't want to know.
This is why you should see movies right away. I'm going to see The Hobbit Part 3 right away because I don't want to know what happens. I read the book. They might change it.
No, I don't even know if I'm going to see The Hobbit Part 3.
Well,
no, we are. We're all going to see The Hobbit
movie.
Part 3.
I'm not going to see The Hobbit movie in theaters. I saw the second. I watched the first one. I was like, that's okay. And the second one, I left, and I was like, I'm not. That was bad. I'm not going to spend money on this anymore. So that's it. I'm done. I'm done with the Hobbit movies.
Won't indulge you with
Screw
them.
you,
Fine.
Peter Jackson. Those sucked. I'm mad.
There's only one more.
I know.
Don't say anything you can't take back.
I really hope there's a point in my life where me saying that makes me really regret it. But,
yeah.
Like me becoming like just knowing Peter Jackson. He's just like, what the hell, man? Why'd you say
you
that?
knowing Peter Jackson
Why did you say that?
And have him listen to your podcast.
You might as well see it wrap up, though.
Happened.
That's what I'm going to do. You might as well see it wrap up.
Nah, I might as well not, though. It's just they haven't earned that.
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought of that.
They haven't earned it, man. It hasn't been any good. They've all been bad. Whatever. It's go and enjoy it. I just won't.
Deserve's got nothing to do with it. You don't deserve.
I'll leave you at home when we go see it.
I'll leave you at home when someone else drives me to the movie theater.
Hey, shut up, man! I'm busy right now.
Oh my god!
You staying
to
here
Halifax.
Now, who's driving me?
Who's taking me to the...
Hands up. Who driving?
Oh my god!
We'll go with
women be shopping.
Me and Mom will head over. She'll have no frame of reference. Oh, whatever. Okay, we're not going. Me and Mom aren't going.
Yeah.
By the way, next week, Mockingjay review coming from me.
Okay.
Because I'm doing a Hunger Games marathon.
Why?
So I hope they're good.
They're not all out yet, though.
Yes, I know. Hunger Games up to part 3. A-thon is what I'm going to do.
I hope you like it more than I like the book.
I hope I even like the first two. I've never seen them. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I got my ticket for Mockingjay already. And, we'll just hope I like these movies. If not, I can find something to enjoy.
I really did. Like, I wanted to. They had good reviews.
Maybe I'll enjoy the lighting.
Well, I mean, Matt was just like, oh, it's not good. Like, and he liked the first 2 books and movies, and he's like, the third book's just not. It is not good.
Yeah, I reviewed it on this show.
The book?
Yeah.
Review the book? Oh, yeah, because I finished it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You reviewed it a couple times.
I read it in a book I heard.
But I'm going to see it at one of the movie theaters in Canada that's got the Star Wars trailer because I didn't think they put it on the internet on Friday. So I thought I'd go and.
Oh, did you buy?
That was weird. They're like, it's in theaters now, and then you're like, and it's just on the internet also.
Yeah, but obviously I'm a huge fan, so I'm a huge fan. So I'm going to check it out in the movie theater because it's got movie's got a bigger screen than my phone.
So good, my man. So good, my man.
So good, my man. So
I only
good.
watch things on movie screens and my phone.
And my phone.
No.
No TV, no laptop screen.
Can I ask a really nerdy movie question that I don't know if you guys know the answer. I don't know the answer. That's what I'm asking.
I do.
Yeah.
Do you guys know if Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was shot digitally or on film?
Probably digitally.
Assume digital.
See, that's interesting because 8 is directed by Rian Johnson, who almost certainly will do it on film.
Wait,
right?
Would they do it IMAX? Doesn't IMAX have to be film?
They're not doing it. I don't think they're doing IMAX.
I don't think they're doing IMAX.
Plus, you can always upscale to IMAX too. You don't.
They did an episode 2 IMAX release. Oh, Alex, if you see Interstellar, I recommend seeing it in IMAX though.
I didn't see it in IMAX. It was still good, but yeah, probably IMAX.
Yeah, IMAX is some really.
It's such a nerdy thing to be like, oh my god, Rian Johnson's directing episode 8. I am there.
Well, and also I'm like, well, he's gonna do it with film, so there's that.
I'm so there. It's
how do you
insane.
film 7 with digital and then 8 with film? How's that gonna work?
Oh my god, it's like episode 7 was digital and episode 8 was film, and I don't even know what movie I want to watch. I can't watch them back to back because the perception is all messed up.
Yeah, I can't pretend.
Who's gonna do episode 9?
He's so Rian Johnson.
Scorsese?
Oh my gosh,
Scorsese. Yeah,
it'll be just like 4 hours long, and it'll just be Rolling Stones songs.
God, what movie? Oh, who?
Alex, you're gonna have to think before you speak now. Because you're not.
No, Public Enemies was shot digitally, and I was just like,
oh, it was bad. Yes, because it looks terrible.
You can't do an 1800s movie or early 1920s, sorry, 1900s.
That was
and,
Michael. That was Michael
digital.
Mann, though, right?
I don't care who it was. Don't shoot that digitally ever.
Yeah, I was talking about.
Yeah, it looks bad.
You know what's a fantastic movie is Collateral. And that's and that's shot digitally, and it's perfect. Like that
really,
needs
really
to be
good.
shot digitally. And then you see Public Enemies, and you're like, why? You're a director, like
Michael Mann too.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I know they're both directed by the same person, and that's why I'm saying this now. But just don't shoot it digital. I don't know.
So episode 8 and 9 are both are written by Rian Johnson, but 8 is being directed by him. And I don't know that they have a director for 9 yet. They should just bring
Lucas.
Breaking Bad
episodes. Bring George Lucas. Bring George Lucas back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
George
that would
Lucas.
not be sweet. Are you serious?
No.
That'd be sweet.
No, but dude,
they'll get Peter Jackson to do it.
Let him direct one scene, but let it be like just nothing.
Peter Jackson can do a 3.5 hour Star Wars movie. Get George R.R. Martin to do
what
it.
about Spielberg? He's never directed a Star Wars movie.
I think Spielberg should direct a James Bond movie before he retires, but that's just me.
Yeah, but then we'd all be about James Bond's dad. Ugh.
That is just you, for the record.
I want Christopher Nolan.
I don't believe it is me. Chris Nolan, yeah,
because he's wanted to.
Bond movies, they do a good job of like picking.
Skyfall is so
don't
good.
Pick directors,
they just not make other Bond movies.
I do love. Skyfall.
They don't. They have a good job of not picking directors that overshadow the.
They just cast. Speaking of which, they just cast the bad guy in the new one.
They cast Christoph Waltz as Blofeld.
They didn't announce it's Blofeld.
Who you all know is the bad guy in The Three Musketeers, starring Orlando Bloom and other people. Apparently, no one saw that.
I thought it was more or less confirmed, Matthew, wasn't it?
Oh, I think it's confirmed. No, they made a point to not confirm it. Actually.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. That's just what I'm up in my bond.
Okay, I reread conflicting reports.
All right.
Okay, so he's not cast.
Conflicting Reports is my favorite website. No, he's in there.
He's
almost certainly
not hire
Blofeld, but they
Christoph
didn't
Waltz
say
as
it.
not as his character.
Oh, so he's cast. We just don't know as who.
Exactly.
He could be the new Bond.
He's. That'd be confusing because Daniel Craig is on
James Bond.
What was
Taron
that?
Killam as Christoph Waltz?
Nothing.
Wunderbar.
Taron Killam's Christoph Waltz is so good.
Especially because he was on SNL before, too.
Oh, it's so good.
Funny guy.
Daniel Craig is in for this one and the one after, and then his contract is up.
And then who's going to play Bond next?
Then it's going to be Tom.
No, we don't know the next guy. That's the best part. It's probably some random guy.
Well, they're not going to cast a new Bond when they're still an old Bond. It's like drafting a quarterback in the second round when you still get Tom Brady. You don't do it.
Ooh, awkward. Eastern Illinois. Janine Garofalo. It really bothers
Northern
me.
Illinois. Nice try, dum-dum.
It's East Illinois.
Northern Illinois University, home of Tony Romo and Sean Payton. Look it up right now and tell me I was right.
Okay.
Look up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay.
Spell his last name right, which is impossible, and then tell me I'm right because he went to NIU.
It's 2 R's, 2 P's, and 2 L's.
There's a G in there.
Nope, he went to Eastern Illinois. Sorry, Alex. I was right.
What? Really?
Yes.
Gosh, I'm so mad right now.
So, Alex, if you want to look it up and see that I'm right, you can go right ahead.
Oh, God. I was so confident.
Oh, who knows the Patriots depth chart better than
me?
He's
from Illinois.
Nobody. Just kidding. You definitely do.
Nobody. Eastern Illinois. Wow.
Panthers, bro.
I'm so upset. I'm over it now.
You're okay. You're upset now. You're over it. That's good.
Yeah.
That was quick.
That's a good way to be. Yeah. Oh, that's depressing. No, it definitely is. Oh, can we cut this out? Let's cut from minute 1 to right now out. Welcome to the Triple Threat Podcast. I'm Doug Loves Movies. Man.
Doug Benson. I don't really like that guy. Not personally. Not personally.
Straight up. Not a fan.
What else don't you like? Let's just bring up everything you hate.
Black Licorice is too obvious. I didn't like Fargo, the movie, or the TV series.
God, what? You don't like either of those?
Yeah, that's the best part is that I watched the movie and then I was like, don't really like it. Let's give a TV series a try. And I finished that and I was like, still don't like it.
Wow, I can't believe you don't like. I can't get over the fact that you don't like Fargo in the movie. It makes me question everything you've done in your entire life.
Yeah, man, I just didn't.
But you watched the entire series, Matt?
No, I just watched the pilot.
Okay,
the pilot's so good.
Okay, that makes me feel better because if you were like, well, the pilot's a little slow, you should give it another shot. I feel better about it, but yeah, about that.
Matt, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Yeah, let's just get this all out right now.
Let's just get it out. Get it out. Say it.
Say it. Say it.
Say it.
Do you know it or something like that? No, I don't know, and that's my go-to.
What's my favorite movie?
Everybody knows it's The Master of Disguise. Everybody knows.
Turtle. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
I definitely saw half of that in theaters. The best part is it's the second half.
This invalidates
Pistachio Disguisey was his name. That's his character name. I don't even know about that. Where did Grappa go to school? I don't know, but I think his name was Pistachio Disguisey.
I would say right now, I would just say the movie that comes to mind for me is my favorite of all time right now would just be Zodiac. David Fincher's Zodiac from 2007.
Wow. That's a deep cut.
That's one that, like, when I think about it, like, I want to see that right now if I could. I'd watch that again.
I'd see it right now if I could. What's stopping you?
I'm recording a podcast right now.
All right, we're turning off the show.
Kind of in the middle of something.
That was over.
Well, you haven't seen it, right?
What's your FM? FMOAT.
My FM of
OAT.
Favorite movie? Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone knows.
What's your F mode?
It would be Empire Strikes Back.
Empire. That's. I would also pick that.
All right.
Also my favorite.
Alex, what's yours? Favorite movie of all time? FMOAT.
Fargo?
No, but How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, obviously.
Yeah. Hey, it's got McConaughey.
I saw it for the first time last year.
It's
pretty good. There shall be blood.
No Country for Old Men.
Okay, good. That wasn't far off.
You were not far off. 2007 was a ridiculous year for movies.
It's true.
Yeah,
Zodiac also that year. Thank you.
Empire Strikes Back was its 27th anniversary.
I'm mad about the Jimmy Garoppolo thing. And then two is Apocalypse Now.
Really?
I've never seen that movie.
You never seen Apocalypse Now?
Scream into the microphone.
Really?
Yeah, I just said before you scream into the microphone.
Am I screaming right now? Or do I sound very calm? Because I think I sound.
No one is louder than angry Matt Vaughn. There's nothing louder.
I'm glad you specify my last name as if it's like you could be talking about like.
It could be talking about anybody. It could be
Vaughn Rage.
You're talking.
It could be
to
Matt
me,
Vaughn, the director.
Vaughn Rage is
true.
Powerful.
Matt Vaughn, the director,
Rage
is also
loud.
By the way, are you going to see the King? Are you going to see Kingman, the service, whatever he calls him? Just because it's directed by you, Matt?
I might have to. It got pushed back, I saw. I think it looks like it doesn't look very good, but whatever. Go me.
Yeah.
I just liked what I liked what I did with the X-Men series by doing kind of a prequel-y thing. I thought I did a good job there.
Yeah, good job, man.
Here's a question.
Especially since you were born in London, England in 1971.
Here's a real question. How would I ever be able to direct a movie? How can I ever direct a movie? I can't. Directors Guild would let me have the same. Well, I mean, I don't have the same name, but that'd be misleading.
You'd be Matt Steve Vaughn.
Yeah, you could be MP Vaughn or something. That'd be a cool one. On Twitter,
do the full name.
Just be McG. Just be McG. What a douchebag.
Actually, I think I'll go by Penelope Spheris.
Wow, what is that from?
She's the director of Wayne's World.
Oh, okay.
I just looked at Wayne's World today, and I was like, "Who is this?" I was like, "That's a funny name." And I got to.
Were you on IMDb this morning too?
IMDb.
Penelope what?
Penelope Spheris.
Oh.
Like sphere.
So let's talk. So switching topics for a second because I'm done with this. Jurassic World. Also.
Oh yes, that's another. So this is more of a trailer, not really a teaser, right? This is actually more like
right. There was
because we're talking
teaser
where a raptor farts into a microphone.
Yeah. What?
So this one's more of a trailer because we get an idea of the plot of the next Jurassic movie.
So,
which is GMO dinos.
So, is it Jurassic? Okay, when I heard Jurassic World, I was like, oh, the whole world is covered in dinosaurs. But no, it's like Disney World, right?
Yeah.
That's a little
which is a misleading title, Matt. I agree with you.
Because they're like, Jurassic
World.
The next one's gonna
world is inhabited.
That's what I thought. I was like, that's a bit much, but okay, let's move on.
I guess the next one's going to be
DNA.
The next movie is going to be Jurassic Land that they opened in California, Jurassic World, Florida, Jurassic Land, and then Euro Jurassic,
Euro Jurassic,
Jurassic Studios, the less busy one.
These are good jokes, but yeah, the Jurassic World trailer.
These are good jokes.
These are good jokes. Jurassic World trailer came out, and whatever, it looks cool. I don't know if I'm really too sold on the plot, but whatever, I'm going to watch it.
So here's pretty similar.
I'm so biased
toward what?
Just Chris Pratt.
Okay,
Chris Pratt's.
By the way, I should mention, you might have read this too. They talked to James Gunn, and they asked him. By the way, he's Tim's son, which doesn't make sense. But James Gunn was in talking about casting for Guardians of the Galaxy, and if Chris Pratt couldn't do it, do you know who they were going to get for Peter Quill?
I do, but I can't remember now. No, off the top of my head, I can't remember. But once you say it, I'll go, I want to say Nathan Fillion, but it's not Nathan Fillion.
Glenn Howerton.
Yes! Yes,
yeah,
that's
they
exactly
wanted it. Which, I feel Chris Pratt was great in it, and he's, to me, the only guy who can play that role, but I do feel kind of bad for Glenn, because I'm a big
Glenn
Always Sunny
needs
fan.
a role like that. Straight up Charlie Day, just went off, and he had, he's got movie roles now. He's pretty established. He just became, the guy. And
he
I feel like
SNL coverage, so.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like I can't remember his name. Rob
McElhenney.
Rob, yeah, he'll always be kind of the behind the scenes guy, the writer producer guy. That seems to be his arc, in my opinion. He's not.
And
they're all hilarious.
He seems to be happy doing what he's doing.
I'm such a fan. Not to going too deep into It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but the sheer insanity that is Dennis. Dennis Miller. It's so good.
Miller,
He's so good and underappreciated. Watch any episode and you're like, oh, that's just an insane person, but it's so good. Yeah, anyway, sorry, kind of offshoot there, but he's so good in that role, and it's it's unappreciated, and he doesn't get movie roles really, and he should.
No, he doesn't get movie roles, but he's in the Fargo series actually.
Such a fan of that guy.
Take it back to How Do You Like Me Now? But yeah, interesting. Glenn Howerton, possible Peter Quill. So I think Glenn.
Yeah, he would have been good. As good as Chris Pratt is. Yeah.
I think Glenn's got he's got some roles coming to him. I think. I believe.
Don't you love when casting is just correct? You're saying we need that guy who's established but not established at all, and you're just oh, Chris Pratt or Glenn Howerton, my cup runneth over for this movie role.
Yeah, true. I
don't know.
Very, very true.
Big fan of Glenn Howerton, though.
And then back to Pratt in Jurassic World. And no, it's fine. But Jurassic World, Jurassic movies are difficult because really the actors aren't the stars; the dinosaurs are. I really hope Sam Neill pops up in this movie somewhere. And please,
or Laura Dern.
Please, Goldblum. Please give us Goldblum.
That would be amazing.
And Vince Vaughn. He didn't die in The Lost World, did he? Vince Vaughn? I don't think so. Vince Vaughn show up I want that dinosaur. Yeah, there's a raptor over there. So, there's a climb over there. It's a really bad Vince Vaughn impression, but I still did it. Vince is going to be busy with True Season 2. Yes. True Detective Season 2.
Speaking of casting, oh my God, that's going to be good.
Yeah. Got some Kitch in there. Kitch is going to remake his career.
Colin Farrell. Go see In Bruges if you haven't. And if you have, see it 4 more times. That might be in my top 3. That movie is so good. That movie is really good.
That was really well written
movie. Oh my God.
I enjoyed that quite a bit. Him and I want to say Domhnall Gleeson, but that's not the person at all.
No, it's Brandon Gleeson.
Jackie Gleason.
Domhnall Gleeson's in
No, it's not Jackie Gleason.
Domhnall Gleeson's in the new Star Wars movie, though.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought of his name.
Names.
Oh yeah, he's one of the Weasleys.
Have you guys seen The Guard?
What?
The Guard. No, with Brendan Gleeson.
With Brendan Gleeson. It's good.
Gleason. No,
it's him. I don't know. The guy who wrote In Bruges, his brother wrote The Guard, and you're just oh my God, you guys are friggin' Irish geniuses. And they have another one out called Cavalry or something like that. So anyway,
I got to check it out. But back to the Jurassic World.
I'm so excited for Jurassic 2. Yeah, back to Jurassic World because
this trailer, I just watched it the one time. I didn't watch it 26 times like the Star Wars teaser. But this one, it looks pretty cool. It's got the water dinosaur, which I don't think we've had in other Jurassic movies. My friend Mike will correct me on that one. And it's got the raptors in it that he's zipping around with on the motorcycle, and T-Rex hopefully will show up sometime, or maybe that kid will voice him. This is T-Rex.
Stupid kid.
Nobody's good at everything, but everybody's good at something. Mom, it cut me in half again. Oh god!
So maybe that kid will show up in it. Maybe he'll be at the park doing like T-Rex calls, be like, "Hey kid, keep it down." It's like, "Yeah, well, they don't exist anymore, meh." And he keeps doing it. It's actually a mating call, and the T-Rex comes and bites his head off.
Because that would be bad mating for him by the T-Rex.
That would be hilarious. But yeah, Jurassic World is that next year? Comes out next year?
I think so. It doesn't come out this year. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
it's running out of time.
So unless you're listening to this next year, and it does come out this year.
That's true. Yes, that's right. 2015.
If you're listening to this
next year.
in the future,
which you all will be.
Then,
so have you guys seen?
I got one question for you. How was Elvis? And anyways, what is it?
Have you seen the kind of mock-ups of what the original plan was for Jurassic World?
Yes.
Which is they wanted and it might still be the case because you don't see the hybrid, but the hybrid was like human dinosaur hybrids was basically like going to be the plot for whatever that is.
That was some years ago, right? Because this movie's kind of been in what we in the biz call development hell for a while, right?
Hell,
it's kind of been like
development purgatory, let's say.
Purgatory. Well, yes, it's true. It's
just like Lost. Just like Lost.
Yeah.
It's purgatory. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Spoiler alert for Lost, by the way.
That's a fake mustache. Oh god.
No, it's not.
I'm Skippy.
But, yeah,
you be my friend.
Nah.
Go Skippy. Come next week. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air trivia. God, that show has way more influence on my life than anything is good.
What had happened was
because the other time they had called.
It's because Will Smith is freaking hilarious.
What is that? Yeah, his son's a friggin' weirdo, though.
They're all weird now. He's weird.
I don't know.
His son is just more overtly weird.
It's so annoying how they name their kids Willow and Jaden. And you're like, but is that? Oh, that's not cool.
Jaden's a fine name, but yeah.
Well,
Jada Pinkett, by the way.
Well, Jada Pinkett, right? And then Willow, Will, and you're just like, I see what you did there. That's almost, frankly, that's too clever. Too clever for my liking. There is a third one who was actually the oldest because Will Smith had a kid with someone before he met.
Was it Tom Brady's ex-wife?
It was not. Tom Brady doesn't have an ex-wife, but it wasn't Bridget Moynihan, who starred with him in iRobot.
Yes.
So
hey, there we go.
Get it, son.
She's got a signed picture in the place I get my contacts in Vancouver. Nice. At Granville Optical, located on Granville Street. Because they have a bunch of headshots of actors. I think they have Arnold in there, too. Thank you.
I like my glasses. Thank you.
My sunglasses. I was making the 6th day. And then I came in the place, and I was like, I need sunglasses for the 6th day.
Where, though?
And
where was this?
Gave it to me. This is on Granville Street.
I know Arnold. What are Arnold? Where was Arnold?
What?
What do you mean, where was
Just say California in an Arnold voice. Just say
California.
I was in California, and
I like that little bit.
For years.
California.
For 7 years.
God.
The governor.
Don't mention about Patterson. They canceled it.
They elected me. And then they elected me again. All right. That's too much fun.
Oh, God.
Well, folks,
I love just quoting
Speaking of too much fun,
this
this was too much fun this week. If we had too much fun, I apologize to everybody who was offended by the fun we had. I know it's outlawed in several states. If you're listening to us from the United States, hope you had a good Thanksgiving weekend. I'm thankful. What are we all thankful for, guys? We've never done this before.
Pretty sure we did it on our actual Thanksgiving. Although I do like American Thanksgiving a bit better.
Whoa. Too soon.
Oh, sure, whatever. I don't think that's that unpopular.
Well, yeah. How about those football games that took place on Thursday? We can talk about those Chicago Bears doing
not well.
I wish any of them were close. None of them were. I text my friend. He's a big Eagles fan. I was like, "Hey, bro, how you feeling about like Mark Sanchez on the road?" And he's like, "Good." And then I was just like, "There was like the Dallas defense was like, pull my string." The game against the Eagles was today. So it's just like, didn't show up. Did not show up at all.
That's good stuff. And Baltimore crushed the Chargers yesterday. That was
oh, man, what happened to the Chargers? Honestly, like 6 weeks ago, it was like Chargers and Cowboys, best football teams ever existed. And then it's just like,
That's why you don't do it after like 4 weeks of football.
Right.
Because after 4 weeks of football, it's like Chargers, Cowboys, and the Patriots, they should trade Tom Brady.
You know what drives me nuts?
They're not going to go to the Super Bowl.
Breeze now, eh? They're just like, Breeze sucks. I hate Breeze.
Well, the Saints do suck.
Oh, that division is so bad. Like hilariously, like pratfally, like just awful.
Oh,
The Buccaneers are still in the conversation of having number 1 overall pick and 2 wins away from winning a playoff spot.
Yeah, I mean they won't, but yeah, it's an option.
Because those beautiful new uniforms the Bucs have on
there. Ugh.
Oof. Calculator, bronze, and orange. That's it.
They are hashtag Nagood.
Hashtag Nagood.
And you use hashtags on Twitter, where you can find me at MP Vaughn.
Wow,
Alex,
really good.
Find you.
Really good segue.
Just Thank like you. Wherever.
Okay, Alex is somewhere. Alex is in the.
You can find Alex. You can find Alex at Stillwell. Go up to him. Spoil a movie.
If you want to spoil a movie, meet me at Stillwell, and then
Rosebud. Bruce Willis was dead.
Well, just don't be weird about it. Bruce Willis was dead at the end of Rosebud.
You know that movie Rosebud, the prequel to Citizen Kane.
I love that thing in Family Guy. Where it's just like. It's his sled, and you're just like, okay, wow, my Peter Griffin needs so much work. We're on to Cincinnati.
Will, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter at William C. Vaughn. Hey, how was Twitter this week, guys? What are your picks for best and worst tweets?
Oh, let's
not do that segment.
No, you just did it, and so now I have to look you up.
Well, this is going to take hours.
You're not Willie Palov, I'll tell you that much. I wonder if he got fired.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think he's still tweeting. So
First one, Will. First one.
How's his dog?
Sons of Anarchy. I felt really bad, Will, about calling you out on Twitter. I felt really bad about that.
Oh, I was ticked. I was really ticked. It's fine though, Alex. I appreciate. I knew I would have made a mistake, but it was the first dang word.
Yeah. I was like, they trailer or something? Yeah, they trailer for Force Awakens. And I was just like, oh. And Sons of Anarchy was your best tweet this week.
That was absolutely the best.
Guys, shower me in goodness, please. Nothing? Okay. Safari. Oh, Matt. Yeah, I favorited this one. Safari wasn't letting me watch the Star Wars trailer, so I had to force quit. Hashtag appropriate. I was like, yeah, that's a good one.
The best is that is it's all true.
Like all of that is accurate. Not only it's funny. I know it's true.
It's true.
Actually, that Brett Lowry tweet, Alex, is pretty funny. I just noticed that.
The what? The Lowry tweet?
The Brett Lowry tweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, ball. I like that. And I did watch the what is it? The Phil Simms workout.
Oh my god!
And he brought some friends along. It's like, oh my god,
half
really?
shirts.
Eric Dickerson just like legitimately leaves. Like, where's he? It's like he's gone. I'm like, okay. All right, Eric Dickerson left midway through. Oh my god, it's so good, especially like not liking Phil Simms.
Your use of GIFs on Twitter is gets an approval for me. I do enjoy that. The Dave Chappelle one.
Oh yeah.
And I texted you a good one yesterday. So feel free to use the McMahon.
I am in text and Twitter like obsessed with embeddable GIFs. Like to the point where I found an Eli Manning one, and then I was like, oh, there's so many good Eli Manning. Like I'll text you guys some, but there's so many good Eli Manning ones.
Oh,
it's so good.
How long? What's the longest length?
Length doesn't matter.
Okay. Well,
are we talking about on Twitter? The size is 3 megs.
Okay, because I'm like, could the Star Wars teaser fit into an embedded GIF? And the answer is probably no, because I'm a stupid person.
No, it'd be like a GFY cat one, but I can't get those embedded on Twitter. And I looked into it for way too long.
Well, as long as you're
that's the back end of all this. Like, oh, you got good gift game. It's like, yeah, I spend a lot of time on that.
Good gift game. Hours and hours.
Game,
I will
notice wrong.
Oh, my throat. I will notice, Alex, your online presence has increased. It has increased.
Yeah.
You're rocking the Insta.
I did get Instagram. Well, and the reason why I got Instagram is I got a phone. This is my reason. I got a phone with an actual camera on it. Like, I got the iPhone 6. My old one was really scratched. And I was like, I don't know. I still don't really know what Instagram is. There's a lot of breasts and butts on it. Like,
like naked, like exposed. Yeah.
Not exposed.
Well, yeah, there are.
Yeah, okay, well, there is. But, like, you're just, like, on it because there's one thing that's like, oh, here's the people you follow. Here's people you can follow. Here's your feed. And then just like, and then here's, like, just a bunch of photos. And you're like, oh, okay. Matt, now it's all Patriot stuff. Though. Like when I first got on it, it was just, like, random assortment. And now it's just kind of like, no.
Matt, I yesterday retweeted your Force Quit tweet. I thought that was actually pretty good.
I saw that yesterday, and I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Faved
good
it.
Stuff. Yes. Also,
I found out what favorites were on Twitter way late. By the way, way late.
I can say I'd rather retweet than favorite. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on that?
Favorites are for me. Retweets are for everyone else.
Yeah, that's close.
One.
Until I was talking to Matt. He's like, yeah, you're favoriting like a lot of motivational stuff. I was like, why are you seeing that? And he's like, oh, it's just in like the discover part of. I was like, shoot.
Yeah, there's been times where I've seen people's discover and I'm like, ooh, they don't know I can see their favorites. That's really awkward.
Yeah,
even like famous people. So anyway.
Well, that's it.
What?
That's it for this.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Haters.